what's happening this year? I'm not gonna do that. But shout outs to Goldie Smell Good for tagging me in this video. This is gonna be kind of a date night fragrance video for the fall and winter, but necessarily we're gonna say date night to a steakhouse. So what would you wear if you was to take out your significant other to a steakhouse? I have about 10 fragrances. Pretty much most of them are going to be clones. Some of them are going to be from niche houses, designer houses. Hey, without further ado, let's get started. But you know who this is, James Darnell, Davinci the Poet. I do poetry and sim reviews. If you like that type of content, post, share, subscribe, like, comment, all that type of stuff. And that would be greatly appreciated because all that stuff helps the algorithm to recommend my videos to you guys so you can know whenever I'm making new content. So without further ado, roll that beautiful bean footage. Okay, so like I said, I have 10 fragrances. In no particular order, I'm just gonna grab them at random, let you know how I feel about them, and let you know why I feel like these are perfect for a date night at a steakhouse. Okay, so when you think of YSL, I know you think of YSL YSL myself, you know, etc., but do you really think about their private line, like YSL Baby Cat, YSL Tuxedo, etc.? Probably so, but for the most part, I'm gonna go through this clone right here. This one is from the house of Lattafa. This is from the Lattafa Pride collection. This is Ishq Al Shoyuk Gold. This is a clone of YSL's Baby Cat, and it's really, really good. This is on point. That vanilla-based fragrance, a little bit manly. This could be unisex. It could be worn by females as well, but it gets the job done. It is sexy. It is perfect for the fall weather, but also good for the winter time. You can also wear this in the spring if you would like to, pretty much all year round, but perfect for date night, perfect for taking your lady out, getting some nice steaks, because this smells like money. And this is from the house of Lattafa Pride collection. This is Ishq Al Shoyuk Gold. Next one at random. Shout out to my boy Justin Copeland. I just did a full review on this fragrance. This is beautiful. This is not only just date night going to a steakhouse, but this is after you go to the steakhouse. You want to go enjoy some nice jazz music, get yourself a couple of drinks. You would rock this fragrance. And this is from the house of Zaharoff in collaboration with Stay Fresh Productions, aka Justin Copeland. This is Second Soul. This is a little fresh, a little woody, a little spicy, boozy, kind of a fougere fragrance, and it just does the job and does it well. This is an extrait de Perfume, so it's really strong, so please dial down on the sprays. It's discontinued, but at the same time, it is a beautiful fragrance. If you can get your nose on it, even if you could just get a sample, please get it. This is just an amazing fragrance, and this is from the house of Zaharoff in collaboration with Stay Fresh Productions. This is Second Soul. Okay, so the next one is from a house that you would not necessarily think does really, really super sexy fragrances. This is a designer house that really only makes cheapies, but they do have a private line that they just really made, and it's already hit rack stores. And this is the house of Guess. This is Guess Originals, Tobacco, and Amberwood. This smells amazing. This smells, again, like you're going to take your significant other out to get some food, and then after that go into like a nice little jazz club or something like that. This kind of smells like Mason Margiela's Replicas Jazz Club, but it smells like it has oud in it, even though oud is not a listed note. And a lot of people have said that on YouTube, that this smells like it has oud in it, even though oud is not a listed note, which makes this super sexy. And it's wearable oud. I love it. I know Gerard, my boy Gerard George, says that he doesn't really like this fragrance when he bought it. I love it. I think this is backup bottle worthy. I think this is probably the best fragrance that Guess has ever made. And this is, again, from the House of Guess. This is Guess Originals, Tobacco, and Amberwood. Okay, so for all you Tom Ford lovers, I do have a dupe for you with this one. No, this is not a dupe of Tobacco Vanille. This is not a dupe of Ombre Leather, even though I have dupes of those. I wanted to kind of venture off something that's really sexy for date night that'll cut through the code. This is a dupe of Ebony Fume, and this is Ebony Fume Eau de Parfum from the House of Fragrance World. As you can tell, it looks exactly like the Tom Ford presentation. This is a incense heavy fragrance, a little bit woody, a little bit spicy, but overall sexy. Not the strongest projector, but when you're on date night, you're in close encounters with significant others, so you really don't need nothing heavy. And this is just beautiful. It works, it's backup bottle worthy, and it just does the job. And that is from the House of Fragrance World. It is Ebony Fume Eau de Parfum. Okay, next one is also from the Lattafa Pride collection. I do have an older batch of this because the older batches did come with the plastic globe that goes over it for presentation purposes. And this one here is a clone of Grand Soir by Mason Francis Kirkjohn. And this one is Lattafa Pride's Eternal Oud. This is such a beautiful presentation. I'm not sure, but I don't think it has oud in it, even though it's called Eternal Oud. It may have a little bit of oud, but this is really an amber-based fragrance. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. The presentation is just as beautiful as the scent. This smells just like Grand Soir from the House of Mason Francis Kirkjohn. And this one right here is one of those where if you want something kind of sweet, not anything too dark, I would go with this one because it's sweet, it's not dark, it's sexy, it screams romance, and your significant other will definitely love this when you take her out. And this one right here is from the House of Lattafa's Pride collection. This is Eternal Oud. And see if you can find the presentation that has the globe that comes with it, because in that case, you're getting an older variation, and you know how it is with fragrances. The older variations or the older batches usually are the ones that project and last the longest. Okay, so the next one is a clone of
MFK, Baca, Rouge, 540, baby.
And it's one of my favorite clones that I have in my collection of Baccarat Rouge 40. You can find this from your rack stores. I got this from either Marshalls or TJ Maxx. I can't remember which one, but this is from the House of Milestone. This is Better Rouge Eau de Parfum. That sweet, kind of nutty fragrance that Baccarat Rouge 540 has to offer. This just basically encapsulates it in a whole. It really does the job and does it well. There is another one called, I think it's Barricade Rouge 560. I do have that one, but that one is much, much sweeter. A lot of people say that leans more feminine. It's supposed to be a clone of the Extrait de Parfum version of Baccarat Rouge 540. I like that one, but I do prefer this one because this one is more masculine and it does the job. It's another one that's sweet. If you want a sweet fragrance, probably not as sweet as Grand Soir, but it is a sweet fragrance. This one is just beautiful. It's sexy. It projects, it lasts, and it just does the job well. And that's from the House of Milestone. It is Better Rouge Eau de Parfum. Okay, this one is probably the strongest fragrance in my collection, period. Not just in this video, but in my collection, period. This is a clone of Mason Francis Kirkjohn's Oud Satin Mood. And this one is Mason Eau de Parfum Vaporizer, yes, something like that. Barricade Satin Oud from Fragrance World. This right here is probably the most powerful fragrance. I have worn this on date night and I had to scrub it off when I got home because it was too strong. I don't wear this one often, and when I do, I dial down on the sprays dramatically. It's just way too strong. Beautiful fragrance. I would definitely recommend it, but when you buy it please, no more than 3 to 4 sprays because you will choke everybody out in the whole restaurant. But if you like Mason Francis Kirkjohn's Oud Satin Mood, then definitely get this one. And also, if you like Oud Satin Mood, here's a little twist. Try Oud Cashmere Mood, because I do have a decant of that. I didn't put this on the list, but try that one too, because that one is very sexy and it kind of leans a little bit different than just wearing the typical Oud Satin Mood all the time. Try Oud Cashmere Mood. But this is from the house of Fragrance World. It is Mason Eau de Parfum Vaporisateur. I don't know how to pronounce that, but Bearcat Satin Oud. Maybe you could pronounce it if you can see it right there. Okay, the next one is from the house of Ralph Lauren, not from the house of Polo, because I'm pretty sure that, you know, that's two different houses, even though they're both owned by Ralph Lauren, but he does have like Polo Blue, Polo Red, Polo Earth, etc., etc. But he does have Ralph Lauren fragrances as well. So this is from the house of Ralph Lauren. This is Ralph's Club Elixir. I know these are popping up at rack stores now for like 60 bucks. I did get it at full retail when it first came out because the hype train on this was ridiculous and I just had to have it. This is a powdery fragrance. It has iris in it. It is great for the cold weather. I have gotten many of compliments on this fragrance as what you're wearing. Oh my God, that smells so good. I know this is great for date night, especially going somewhere where you want to smell like money, because this smells like money. All of the Ralph's Clubs are amazing. I do have the Eau de Parfum and the Elixir. I don't have the EDT that just came out. I don't have the Parfum, but I'm content with the two that I have. So this is from the house of Ralph Lauren. This is Ralph's Club Elixir. Okay, the next one is a recent acquisition to my collection. I have been trying to collect all of them that this clone house has to offer that clones this line of fragrances. And this is the Stronger With You line of fragrances by Emporio Armani. I have from the house of Murata, I do have Together With You Always, Together With You Oud Leather, and now the latest flanker, Together With You Amber. This one right here, very simple breakdown of notes. It's not too many notes, but it is an amber-based fragrance. It smells like the Stronger With You line of fragrances, just with amber. Not as sweet as like a Grand Soir, which is an amber-based fragrance, but at the same time, this one is sexy. It's great for date night. Projection is pretty decent. I've actually had people tell me that it was a little too strong on my skin because I did wear it when it was cold a couple of days ago, and I was told that it was very strong. But the person who did tell me does have a sensitive nose, so maybe that was the reason. But at the same time, it is a sexy fragrance, and this is from the house of Murata. It is Together With You Amber. Okay, last but not least, this is my most recent acquisition. Actually, I just got this on the day of this recording. I literally said in 2 shorts, because I had to make 2 shorts because I made one with my initial reaction, then I made another one because after it dried down, I was like, this is ridiculously good. Matter of fact, this may be my best pickup of 2024, and that is Lattafa's Kamara Kawa. Basically, if you know what Lattafa's Kamara smells like, then just add some caramel and add some coffee, and you have, probably one of the best fragrances I've picked up this year. This is amazing. This right here, I'm definitely, the next time I go on date night with my wife, this bad boy right here is what I'm gonna wear. I'm gonna do a full review where I compare the two, but for now, winner chicken dinner with this one right here. This is Kamara Kawa from the house of Lattafa. Please, if you get any fragrance from this collection, start with this one because you will get compliments. Hands down. Okay, so that's been my fragrances that I would recommend for date night to a steakhouse, or really just date night anywhere, because you can really wear these fragrances anywhere. Dress them up, dressy casual, or even just dress them up with like a suit and tie. Appreciate you, Goldie Smell Good, for tagging me in this video. I'm going to leave this tag open so anybody who wants to do it, whether it's Scent Talk TV, TLTT Reviews, whether it's whoever, Big Beard Business, Justin Copeland over at Stay Fresh Productions. I don't care who does it. I'm not going to just shout out everybody, Trey Sense, you know, whoever. But it's open. I appreciate y'all for sticking through, watching the whole entire video. And I'm out. And like I always say, peace, salute, and God bless. Stay tuned for the next one.